Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Back in Bristol, Connecticut, the home of ESPN and the home of what's been some great Little League softball all week. It's time for the Mid-Atlantic Region Championship game. West Suburban Little League from Johnstown, Pennsylvania, taking on Camden, Wyoming Little League, the Delaware State Champions. The winner is going to the Little League Softball World Series.
The journey has been long, but is far from over.
Catch made on the run!
Are you kidding me?
Now it's time to put it all on the line. One win away from the opportunity of a lifetime. A trip to the Little League Softball World Series for a summer they will remember forever.
Pitt County Little League, your World Series champs! Started with 6, we are now down to 2 in the Mid-Atlantic region. It's Pennsylvania and Delaware. One game, winner take all, a spot in the World Series in Greenville, North Carolina on the line. It's great to be back with you. Alongside Michelle Smith, I'm Eric Fried. We've had a lot of fun. We've been entertained all week. I think the kids have had a blast. I know you have. You've got 2 Olympic gold medals. Would you give up just one just to be a kid again? I have a feeling you might.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the best time of your softball career, and you're playing in Little League softball. No doubt about it.
I think Pennsylvania is playing their best right now. Reagan Bills has been outstanding, setting the tone in the circle for Johnstown.
Yeah, Reagan Bills, so she has just been money in the circle for Pennsylvania. She has thrown every pitch of this regional tournament for them, and she's been stellar. Just 1 earned run given up against Delaware. 9 strikeouts. How about 40 strikeouts in the tournament? She has a backdoor curveball that is just movement. It's location. She's so strong in the circle for Pennsylvania.
I mean, the numbers are worth repeating. All 18 innings for Johnstown, just 6 hits, no walks, and 40 strikeouts. So it's a rematch with Delaware. That was a game won by Pennsylvania earlier this week. Delaware bounced back nicely, and Shai Benson was the reason why.
Yeah, Shai Benson came out and was very strong against New Jersey last night and needed to be. She has just been strong as well in the circle, a juggernaut, just very composed, really works the corner. She picked up that 3-1 victory. She had 6 strikeouts and just really a great leader for this Delaware team, and she had a lot of help from her teammates. How about Camille getting it done? Camille Logan with a couple of base hits, an RBI single, but you know what? Look at the web gem out in right field. That's a Sports Center type catch, getting that ball in the glove before it hits the green, Eric.
So it all came together for Delaware yesterday to set up a rematch with Pennsylvania. Delaware and Pennsylvania for the Mid-Atlantic title. You'll hear the starting lineups from the players themselves when we come back to Bristol.
We're Camden, Wyoming Little League, and we're from Delaware. Yeah! We're West Suburban Little League from Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
Greenville, North Carolina is our home. These girls have earned the right to show their personalities and have fun. There are butterflies, there's excitement. That's what the Little League Softball World Series is all about.
It's been a great day on a Friday, continuing to punch tickets to the World Series. Earlier today, it was Connecticut knocking off Maine to earn the New England Championship. Now a Mid-Atlantic champion will be crowned. Will it be Delaware or Pennsylvania? Time to meet the starting lineups for these 2 teams.
I'm Camilla Gaunt, and I play second base. I'm Reagan Bills, and I'm the pitcher. I'm Madeline Hines, and I'm the catcher. I'm Nevaeh Worthington, and I'm the first baseman. I'm Kennedy Fees, and I'm the shortstop. I'm Mallory Baylor, and I'm the pitcher. I'm Aubrey Baxter, and I'm the right fielder. I'm Haley Shepard, and I'm the left fielder. I'm Kendall Schilling, and I'm the left fielder. I'm Layla Schilling-Monsoor, and I'm the center fielder. I'm Laura Keefe, and I'm the right fielder. I'm Sadie DeVito, and I'm the third baseman. I'm Melissa Powell, and I play shortstop. I'm Kennedy Fent, and I play third base. I'm Adeline Light, I'm catcher. I'm Shane Benson, and I play pitcher. I'm Felicity McBeveridge and I play center field. I'm Camille Logan and I play left field. I'm Gracie Heems and I play right field.
I'm Lexi Carroll and I play right field.
I'm Kenny Will and I play first base. I'm Justin Wilson and I play left field. I'm Taylor Keene and I play second base.
And in the circle for Pennsylvania, Reagan Bills. She has been very impressive.
Her favorite athlete is Montana Fouts. She throws a lot like Montana Fouts with that really good late sharp movement. Mentioned it earlier, her backdoor curveball is her favorite pitch. She has the ability to move the ball through the zone in a couple different directions. A little bit of a changeup. She hasn't used it much because she hasn't really needed it. But she also has a curve and a drop off the plate that she'll use.
Wearing that number 14, similar to Montana Fouts. Happy to report the sun breaking through between games. A couple of storms moved through. That certainly would have impacted any play on the field. But sun fighting through the clouds. Still warm at first pitch. A little after 7 o'clock Eastern time. And Alyssa Powell takes ball one from Reagan Bills. Alyssa's been a dynamic performer here in this regional. 1 for 3 with a run scored against New Jersey. Hit a home run against this Penn team in that matchup of 2-0 teams. That was the last game for Pennsylvania. As we mentioned before, Delaware had to bounce back, knock off New Jersey 3-1 yesterday.
And Powell, she's a great leadoff hitter, really good rhythmic athlete. Shortstop, gets to the ball, runs well.
This is a fly ball hit well to left center field. Powell has put a charge into another one. And she has great speed around second, heading to third, and being held there with a triple to start things out for Camden, Wyoming Little League.
Well, we saw her do that earlier in the tournament. She one-hopped the fence, and it is a very long fence here. Look at the way she's going to get loaded, just explodes that barrel into the ball, gets that into the gap, and she is off to the races. A triple, a lead-off triple for Delaware.
That's the 4th hit of the regional for Alyssa Powell, and here's Kennedy Fenn. Bunts it foul. Very close to her hands, and maybe it caught her hand a little bit. Shanna Benson, the manager for this Delaware squad, will come out and check on her. Danielle Willey, third base coach. Jared McFetridge, first base coach, joining in as well. Our athletic trainer will come out and check things out as well for status of Kennedy Fenn.
Yeah, it's that top hand, and when you slide that top hand up the bat to bunt, try to keep those fingers out of the way. It's so painful when you get hit.
Back in the day, you were always told when you were squaring the bunt to keep your hand hidden behind the label.
That's right.
That's back in wooden bats
yes.
and labels. But you have to just try to use the bat to protect yourself a little bit. Ran in on her a little bit as well, and that's...
You can see how her fingers,
Yep.
So her fingers, she's wrapped those fingers around the bat. So we always try to instruct the younger athletes to pinch the back of the bat, hold it back so those fingers are out of the way, because that is extremely painful when you get hit on the fingers like that.
Now, you heard during the introductions from 12 players from Pennsylvania, 11 for Delaware. It's continuous batting. So everybody hits. And if Kennedy has to come out of the game for a period of time, Adeline Lyon will just step up to the plate, and Kennedy could come back into the game when she was feeling up to it if everything works out for her, or she can stay in the game right now. If she leaves the game, it'll be an 0-1 count on Adeline Lyon, who is the number 3 hitter for Delaware. Got a little tape job. Get the glove. I don't think Kennedy wants to come out of a game that means so much.
She's a tough kid. She's a third baseman as well. She's used to balls being rocketed at her and getting dinged up a little bit.
All right, Kennedy.
Good job, Kennedy.
Kennedy's folks, Cheryl and Eric. Wipe those tears away and get back to work. 0-1 the count. 0-2.
Let's see how Bills responds here in a pressure situation. That was just the 7th hit of the tournament she has given up.
Has yielded just 1 earned run. Looking for her 41st strikeout. And she gets it, 1 down here in the first.
Well, and that's the curveball we talked about. So she takes that pitch and throws it across her body to the outer half. You can see where her catcher, Lyon, is set up. Good job framing that pitch. Adeline doing a really good job of helping her pitcher out. Getting that curveball in the outer half for a big strikeout with a runner on third.
Here is Adeline Lyon, the catcher for Delaware. This is well hit to left. Shepard moving under it. She's got it. Tagging at third and coming home is Powell. And Camden, Wyoming Little League has a 1-0 lead.
Now this is what you want in a situation where you've got a runner at third just trying to get it out onto the green, and she does just that. Adeline Lyon with that long fly ball, easily going to score her speedy teammate, Powell, from third base. So big first run in this inning for this Delaware team jumping out on front.
2 down for Shy Benson. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Shy was 1 for 2 yesterday against New Jersey, 3 for 8 in the regional with a couple of doubles. Well, Delaware scored twice against Bills on Wednesday. They get a run here in the first on Friday in the regional championship. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Shy's dad, James, in the stand. Shy's mom, Shanna, in the dugout. Manager of this Delaware team. Two 2-1 for Bills. 2-2. So far in this tournament, Pennsylvania won 7-0, 1-0, and 6-2. Delaware breaking through to get a lead here. Skipped up for a ball.
Nice block by Hines behind the plate. Seen her really do a good job of framing pitches, blocking pitches in the dirt.
That's in, pops it foul and out of play. Do the 3-2 again. This is the first time West Suburban Little League has trailed here in Bristol. Another 3-2 from Reagan Bills. Ball 4, and that is the first walk issued by Bills here in this region.
Pretty impressive. 41 strikeouts to just now 1 walk. This is a Delaware team that saw her a couple days ago. They have that momentum from playing yesterday, the big win against New Jersey.
Number 7.
We're going to get a courtesy runner here with 2 outs. You can run for the pitcher or the catcher.
Okay.
And the courtesy runner is the player who made the last out. In this case, that last player who made the last out is a catcher. So the catcher will run for the pitcher. I don't know if Adeline Lyon started to get the gear on or not. She's got to get her running gear on now. So Shy will head to the dugout, and Lyon heads to first base with 2 down. Now you see the guidelines for courtesy runner. The umpire's going to have a little conversation here. Our home plate umpire today is Will Little. Christopher Lewis, second base umpire, is coming in. We've got everything straightened out. Two down for McFetridge, who takes ball one. Callista, the center fielder, 1 for 2 with an RBI yesterday. A couple of hits in the regional. This is a Camden, Wyoming squad that had lost in the districts the previous 3 years. Got over the hump. That's fouled back. 1-1 to get here to Bristol. Making the most of it, getting to the regional championship.
A lot of belief in this program. They've worked hard the last 3-4 years, as you mentioned, just getting past their nemesis, the team that kept beating them. Here they are, representing Delaware.
The 1-1. 1-2. Why not us is their rallying cry. They've got the custom t-shirts to remind us, why not us?
Oh, and I love it. It's a belief system. It's the coaching staff very mentally strong.
There goes the runner. The throw down the second is in the dirt, and in safely with a stolen base is Lyon.
Adeline Hines with a nice throw down. It short hops. Kennedy fees the shortstop just a little bit. I think she holds on to it. I think they have an opportunity to get her out. It just pops out of the glove at the last moment. But that was a nice throw down by Hines.
2-2 the count to McFetridge. Just got a piece.
Bringing out that changeup early. Shows you that Reagan Bills and the coaching staff trying to mix things up a little bit. A lot of pitches here in this first inning.
Another 2-2. Another full count. Delaware had to work yesterday, get that win over New Jersey. Pennsylvania had the day off after the win over Delaware on Wednesday. This one is hit well to left center field. He'll get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Lyon with the second run of the game. The throw goes to the plate. Heading to second safely is Callista McFetridge, who delivers a 2-out RBI.
That is a great at-bat by McFetridge, being able to go to a full count, laying off pitches up in the zone, and then gets this one that's a little bit lower. She barrels it up, gets it out into the gap, and with her teammate having just stolen a base, Lyon is going to easily score from second, and then she advances when the throw comes home.
2-0 Delaware here in the first. Strike one to Camille Logan. Michelle took you through what Camille did yesterday. It was a busy day.
Yes.
It was pretty successful, too, at the plate and in the field. 2 for 2 with an RBI at the plate yesterday in the win over New Jersey. 1-1.
She's very strong on that outer half, but that's a big part of Reagan Bill's game. She throws righties away. She'll also throw them a little bit of backdoor, so curveball in the inner half. We haven't seen that as much today.
That misses for a ball. So Bills being challenged here in this first inning. Rick Bills, pitching coach, assistant coach, her dad calling the pitches. This will be her 25th pitch of this first inning.
Well, she's missing a lot of pitches high. Needs to try to make an adjustment, but that's hard.
3-1. Three and two.
Good adjustment, bringing that pitch down just a little bit so it's more competitive. Those higher pitches are non-competitive. Delaware has done a good job of laying off them.
Third straight full count for a Delaware hitter. Bills down the middle for strike 3 to retire the side. Once again, the one getting it started for Delaware, top of the order, it's Alyssa Powell.
Alyssa Powell, just one of those leadoff hitters, gets in a rhythm, and she's just going to blast this ball out into the gap. The leadoff triple sets the tone for Delaware. They scored 2.
Told you about the Why Not Us rallying cry for this Delaware team. We've seen it in the stands, we've heard it from the fans, and you'll hear it from the players themselves.
Love it. Rallying cry.
Gotta believe, right?
Absolutely. It's, you know, you get in this situation where you've never been here before and you think it's overwhelming, and they're like, no, we're just like everybody else that's a good team here, so why not us?
Tell you what, that first inning, they seemed relaxed and ready to go for this moment, scoring 2 runs and giving a lead to their ace in the circle today, Shy Benson.
Yeah, Benson has been so strong throughout this entire tournament. 3-1 is her record, 21 innings pitched. She's given up 25 hits. 9 walks, those 24 strikeouts. Really the key, though, she's had a good defense behind her, and she just needs to continue to use it, and that's going to be the key. Try to limit the free passes, use that defense, get those outs.
Taking on a Pennsylvania team that is behind for the first time in this regional. So we'll see how they handle it as Camilla Gaunt steps in to lead things off for West Suburban Little League out of Johnstown, PA. Camilla, the daughter of the manager for this team, Les Gaunt, who is also the third base coach. You'll hear a little from Les tonight because he's mic'd up.
Whoa.
Gotta be good, kid.
Little bloop back towards seconds. Powell pulled away as Taylor Kane moved in on it, 1 away.
Miller, you gotta be quicker.
The pitcher, number 14, Reagan Bills.
Here is Reagan Bills trying to help herself. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored in the win against Delaware on Wednesday. 4 for 6 in the regional.
This is the part of the lineup for Pennsylvania that is truly strong. The next 5 hitters are all hitting over 400. They can also hit for power. They have 5 extra base hits, a home
Here we
run,
go, what for?
2 triples, and
Line
2
drive, kid,
doubles.
snap it.
Defensive swing fielded by Benson. 2 down.
Wow, that is a massive out for Benson to be able to get that check swing, that oops. Looks like it's coming up and into Bills. She checks it.
Hey, start us off, kid.
So you can see she's just trying to defend herself. Goes off of her bat right to Benson for the easy out.
Hey, little rip, kid.
Here's Eddie Hines, the catcher. Fouls it off for strike 1. As Michelle mentioned,
Here we go, kid. Start us off.
a lot of players hitting well here in Connecticut. Hines, one of them, 4 for 7 at the plate with a couple of doubles.
Whoa.
Go hole, go hole.
1-1. Les in his first year coaching Little League, a lot of experience coaching at the high school and travel level, but getting his first taste of Little League, I say, probably tastes pretty good when you get here to this point in the regional final. Gloved by Kennedy Fent at third. The throw over to first. Good defense from Delaware, and it's a 1-2-3, 7-pitch inning for Shy Benson, and Delaware takes a 2-0 lead to the second. Good start for Camden, Wyoming Little League here in Bristol.
Matt Chick, Alex Powers, Haley McClenny. Drama over on ESPN. Washington and Oregon. Oregon led by 4 in the 6th. Liliana Delgado RBI, 2 RBI triple, Alex.
And the game doesn't know. You got to stay ready. I love the fight from this team, fighting back from behind.
But then the squeeze, no!
Doing her best Odyssey Alexander impression, keeping this game tied, sending it to extra.
Reese Headley with the play. Oregon has taken the lead in extras on ESPN, guys.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Hope the AC is working well in the studio down the road at ESPN, because over here in this part of Bristol, the heat is still on. We thought when the storms went through it was going to cool down a little bit. It has not. We're still in the low 80s here. Better than it was for that noon game for New England, where the heat index was above 100. Top of the second, Grace Lee Humes leading off for Delaware on top 2-0. Grace Lee yesterday against New Jersey had a sacrifice and a walk and an RBI. And this one has popped out the right field, played well by Aubrey Baxter, who comes in to make the play. One away.
Good job communicating, coming in, making that catch. Now they're going to make a little switcheroo.
Kendall Schilling is going to move over to right, and Aubrey Baxter, after making a catch in right field, is going to try her luck in left. Strike one to Lexi Carroll, the left fielder. Lexi, with her siblings, can almost field her own team. Well, this is a good bunt. Charged well by DeVito from third, who makes the play. Seen some good defense in the early going here, Michelle. 2 down.
Yeah, see DeVito, good job charging that, knowing it's going to be a tight play. Quick snap. Both these pitchers relying on that defense so far earlier in this game. Really good bunt getting laid down. But I love the way that DeVito is going to charge in. Good job over at first base. Worthington. DeVito, good job. Sadie getting it done.
Oh, 1 to count to Kennedy Willie. 0-2. Kennedy 3 hits in the regional.
Oh.
Just missed for a ball, 1-2. Up high, 2-2. Bills gets a 1-2-3 inning after giving up a couple of runs in the first. 9 pitches that inning after a lot of work in that first inning.
Bills being able to control that outer half, little bit of up, little bit of out, picks up a big strikeout to end the inning.
Game 1 of the first ever Best of 3 AUSL Championship Series is tomorrow, 3 Eastern on ESPN from Rhodes Stadium in Tuscaloosa. It's the Bandits and the Talons, so you'll know some of these names, right? Absolutely. The Bandits' top hitter happens to be the AUSL Hitter of the Year, Aaron Koffel, who was a multiple-time All-American at the University of Kentucky, playing for Rachel Lawson.
That's right.
Talons have all sorts of pitching. That's my cue to you, just to talk about the pitching.
Yeah, just great pitchers and Montana Fouts. How about George? They call her as a nickname, Georgina Korick, who pitched at the University of South Florida, also for Great Britain national team. I mean, she is the AUSL Pitcher of the Year.
Right.
I mean, she's been outstanding. She's got great movement, really good changeup.
Soft liner too short. Alyssa Powell has it off the bat of Nevaeh Worthington. One down here in the second for West Suburban Little League. Also on the talents is Bree Ellis, who just had an amazing final year at the University of Arkansas. And all the players fill out questionnaires and are asked who's your favorite athlete, your favorite softball player. The name Bree Ellis popped up a bunch of times.
A lot of Bree
fans. A lot of kids, yes.
That's awesome.
Here's Kennedy Fees. One hop to third. Kennedy Fent over to first base. And quickly 2 down here in the second.
Well, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast that this Delaware team that Shy Benson was going to need to do your defense, and her defense has been stellar behind her. Rolling ground balls, limiting that pitch count. I mean, you're doing all the things that you want. Opportunity to potentially go back-to-back. 1, 2, 3 innings, retiring the side in order.
Mallory Baylor bats with 2 outs. Fouls it off for strike 1. Baylor was 1 for 2 against Delaware on Wednesday. A couple of hits, a couple of RBI in the regional.
Here we go, 9-8. Drive one.
This is for a ball, 1-1.
Good eye, kid, good eye.
Maybe some future All-Stars here cheering on.
As we've learned, some of the players in this tournament came here as youngsters, maybe with a U10 team and went to tournament somewhere else just to experience what it was like here.
Absolutely, it's
in Bristol. Yeah.
If you can see it, you can be it, right? It's a great lesson for these young ladies.
Run hard.
Grounder, fair ball, throw across the diamond, great scoop in time for the outs. Kennedy Willie with the backhand scoop, and Delaware is playing the D here in this championship.
How about Kennedy to Kennedy? Kennedy Fenn is going to get this ball down the line, gets it in that glove, and then across. Kennedy Willie picking it out and showing it to the umpire for the big out.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Sun shining, clouds pulling away. Want to make sure we pay tribute to our crew, especially those who aren't in air-conditioned comfort like us, and a select few that I can see behind us working in this press box and out in the production truck. All the camera operators who have their protective hats, they had their towels around their neck. They look like they could lead a safari somewhere in their spare time if they wanted to. They were prepared for the elements, but well done by everybody. We got some bucket hats.
That's right. Well needed.
Yeah, there we go.
Fan on the, there you go,
yeah,
umbrella.
You gotta have the parasol out there just to keep things as protected as possible. Yep. Team bucket hat. Oh, CK out in right center field has to be different. He goes with the baseball hat. I think he goes with the hoodie too, just to make sure he's keeping off the UV. Yep. But thank you to everybody. They've been here all week.
Absolutely.
Putting in long hours, and everyone we talk to, and you've been doing it for such a long time too. It's their favorite event of the year when you start get to Little League season, Little League softball. There's the towel around the neck.
Yeah, carrying that heavy camera around. Yeah,
but it's everybody says their favorite event, whether it's here, moving on to North Carolina, a couple weeks. There'll be 3 boys Little League regionals here for baseball. Of course, Williamsport is always a great destination for many people on this crew and from coast to coast covering softball right now.
Very fortunate. We have some great folks helping grow the game of Little League softball and softball in general.
Jocelyn Wilson works the count full. Quite a few full counts for Reagan Bills in this game. This is her 4th full count already as we work here in the 3rd inning.
She had those 9 strikeouts against them 2 days ago. But this Delaware team has done a very good job of laying off pitches out of the zone. They are not chasing, they're not expanding the zone, and when you do that as a hitter, you force the hand of the pitcher to have to throw over the white. Bring it into the zone.
Up and in. Good to see Jocelyn out there as well, because remember, she got injured yesterday, came out of the game, but she's out there in the lineup today, and she works a walk. Second walk tonight for Delaware, and the second walk issued by Bills this regional.
Yeah, and that first walk came around to score in the first inning.
Oh, I know what they're doing. You remember when you were talking to a fan when you were a kid, and you'd have the crazy
sound like
voice?
a robot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for. They're keep it cool, but also going with robot voice. That's like a power tool battery.
It is. It is.
That thing is going to last a long time.
It will. They go play a doubleheader with that thing.
Wilson aboard. 0-2 the count to Taylor Kane. Taylor's got a couple of hits in the regional. Takes the ball, 1-2. The 1-2. Foul tip into the glove of the catcher, Addie Hines, who holds onto it for the strikeout, one down.
Great job by the battery. Bills to Hines, and it's the foul tip that she's able to hold on to. Look at how strong she is behind the plate. She shows she gets the tip off, has that glove in a great open position, and that's one of the keys to being a great catcher, is making sure that glove is in a good position to be able to make those foul tip catches. Big strikeout for the first out of the inning.
Back to the top of the order. Here's Alyssa Powell with one out, tripled and scored in the first. Ball one. Alyssa now 4 for 12 in the regional with a double, a triple, and a home run.
She does not get cheated.
I was just about to say, Michelle, she will not be cheated on these hacks at the plate.
And she is on time. You know, she's, again, very rhythmic. Some hitters like to start very still. Other hitters like to have some sway or movement, almost like a tennis athlete, right, that kind of sways back and forth so they can react quick. And you can just see that. It helps her get on time. She's very quick and whippy.
And she loads up and is ready to swing. Fouls one off. I don't know if we've seen anybody play this deep against any batter in this region so far, have we, Michelle?
No, I almost need the binoculars to see her out there. And she is deep, not wanting that ball to be hit over her head.
A home run hit by Powell, one hop the fence. That's off the plate for a ball, 2-2.
Well, Powell definitely has a plan. You can tell she doesn't really chase pitches on the outer half. She's more pull-oriented.
It's an illegal pitch!
They called that illegal. I'm not sure why. For a foot step to the side, I'm not quite sure. They didn't clarify why.
There's a 3-2. Fouled off by Powell. Powell making Reagan Bills work. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. Up high for a ball. Powell is aboard, first and second with one down for Camden, Wyoming Little League here in the third. As Kennedy Fent comes to the plate, I can tell you that to find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, you can do it all at the official handles, at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. Here is Fenn. Struck out her first time. First and second, one out for Delaware. Already on top 2-0 in this regional championship. Ball one. Is there anything you're noticing with Reagan Bills and her delivery and what she's doing here today compared to what you saw on Wednesday? Because the command, it's a fight right now.
Yeah, she's missing most of her pitches high in the zone, a little bit out, but mostly high in the zone. And really, it's Delaware being disciplined, not chasing those pitches up. I mean, they are holding. She had 9 strikeouts against them 2 days ago because they were swinging through that pitch up in the zone, and they are just being disciplined. So she has to make that adjustment and try to bring those pitches down at the knee, a little bit lower. And then when she's ahead, she can elevate.
There's a strike, and it's 1-2. You saw the numbers. Hadn't issued a walk to the first 67 batters she faced through 3 games, but she has 3 so far today.
And this is where, you know, the advantage, the odds go more toward the hitter the more they see a pitcher.
Called strike 3. Fenn is down on strikes, 2 down.
So a couple of good pitches in the upper half that she makes that adjustment, brings them down a little bit, and she's able to catch Fenn not swinging at the upper half of the zone. So getting that high zone back, that's one of the keys for her to be able to pick up strikeouts. That is her 5th of the game, but you're right, Eric, it's the 3 walks that really have hurt her at this point.
There's Adeline Lyon with 2 down and 2 on. Off the plate for ball 1. Lyon brought in the game's first run with the sacrifice fly to left in the first. Her 3rd RBI of the regional. That's foul, and it's 1-1. Camden, Wyoming Little League. Combination of towns just outside of Dover, the capital city of Delaware. Making the trip up here to Connecticut, taking on Pennsylvania for a spot in the Little League Softball World Series. 2-1 now to Lyon. Two and 2.
Couple of good pitches by Bills. You can see that focus and intensity.
Good job, and I think that goes back to your point. Lyon doesn't chase that high pitch in the zone, and the count is full again to a Delaware batter.
Absolutely.
6th full count for Reagan Bills in this game. Work by Delaware hitters. Payoff pitch. Out of play.
And they've also done that. They fouled off a lot of pitches, really putting the pressure on Bills to have to continue to try to come into the zone when maybe she's having a little bit of adjustment issues, trying to control that upper half. This is part of maturing process as a young, talented pitcher.
In there for strike 3. So Bills works out of the jam. The 2 walks to the inning, not costly, but she has had to work here against Delaware.
And Bills using that pitch on the inner half, gets the call. 3 strikeouts in the inning, but a couple of walks as well.
Delaware fan club out in full force and plenty to cheer for so far in this game. They have a 2-0 lead over Pennsylvania. Again, we're done with the double elimination part of this tournament.
Right.
1 game, winner take all, onto the World Series. Even though Pennsylvania has not lost here in the regional, it's a modified double elimination format, so the championship here tonight will determine the Mid-Atlantic regional champion. Bottom of the 3rd for West Suburban Little League out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and Aubrey Baxter will lead things off.
You talk about efficiency. Shy Benson has been stellar, who's retired the first and the second in order. How about coming into this inning, has thrown just 14 pitches to get those 6 out. I always say that a 1 out, the ability to get an out throwing just 1 pitch are always gifts from the gods. If you throw 1 or 2 pitches and you roll a ground ball or you induce a pop up, that is the softball gods are blessing you.
Look at the outs, the 6 outs.
Yeah.
No strikeouts so far. The ball's put in play.
Absolutely.
She's letting her fielders do the work for her, and they have done the work so far.
Yeah. It's the most important thing. This is a team that has very good defense. You know, they've worked very hard this year.
Here we go, 1A. Here we go, kid. Drive this one. Rip it.
Whoa. That skips up for a ball, and it's 3-1.
Guy. Hey, we're either hitting or walking here, kid. Come on, 1A. Nothing by you can't hit.
Ground ball to third, played again by Fent, thrown over to first, and another out turned by the Delaware infield, 1 away.
How about the 4th ground ball out for Fent at that hot spot? She has been outstanding.
And she's had the last 3 outs.
Yes, last 3, and she had 1 in the first inning. She has just been gobbling them up over there, vacuum, and then over to first. Good job by Willie to collect all those balls being thrown at her.
5th ground ball out so far. And here's Haley Shepard.
Thank you. Here we go, 10.
0-1. Put.
Drive one.
Put.
Good eye.
1-1 to count.
Hey, gonna bring it back to you now. Gonna start down the back, 10. Here we go, kid. Now we hit.
Off the plate for a ball. Les Scott told us earlier this week
Got 2 to pick from.
His team has a lot of confidence. They've kept it going from their previous, he called them adventures, to get here to the regionals.
That's right.
2-2. They lost their first game in the regionals. They won. They lost their first game in the States. Then went on a run. They won 6 in a row here to get to Bristol.
Let's go. Rip it.
Laying off, it's 3-2.
Well, this is a Delaware team, too, because they lost earlier in the tournament to Pennsylvania. They had to continue to play. Pennsylvania had the day off, and sometimes that day off can get you out of your rhythm a little bit. I mean, it helps you rest.
Sent out to right field. You know who's out there.
Yeah.
Camille Logan. We have learned not much can get by Camille, if anything. The outfield's having a good time. 2 down.
Yeah, this Delaware team, you can just tell, is very comfortable. Just playing with a lot of fun, a lot of passion.
We have to have these down by now.
Kendall Schilling steps in with 2 down.
Here we go, 1. Drive it.
Whoa.
Ball 1 to Kendall. This is hit out to center field, moving over and over the head of McFetridge. Schilling around first, heading to second, puts on the brakes there. And Pennsylvania has their first hit of the game.
How about Schilling stepping up, her first hit of this regional tournament, and it is a double. She drives it into the outfield. Look at the way she's going to go get this, drive it, pitch on the outer half, and she knows once that's down on the ground, opportunity for her to be able to turn this into a double. So she gets it past the outfielder, McFetridge, and then she is into second for a stand-up double.
And as you mentioned, Michelle, her first hit of the regional. She's aboard with 2 down. And finally, someone has a hit against Shy Benson. They've put it into play. Every single batter has put it into play, but that's the first time it avoided a glove of a Delaware player. Layla Schilling Mansour with the swing and a miss. It's 1-1.
Choke up.
Layla has a couple of hits in the regional.
got this. Nothing by you can't hit now. Keep that back foot in. Here we go.
Benson gets out of the jam with a strikeout, her first of the night, to retire the side. So Pennsylvania finally gets a hit, but then Shy Benson doing what she has done best here in this regional. A little swing and a miss from Shy. It's 2-0 after 3. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. It was a great start for Camden, Wyoming Little League in the first inning. Alyssa Powell got things going in the leadoff spot with a triple.
Yeah, Alyssa Powell's going to take first pitch swinging and just bash that ball over the outfielder's head. That triple really sets the tone for the entire inning, and then McFetridge is going to drive this ball into the outfield. She picks up an RBI single, a couple runs up on the board for this Delaware team, and they have been in control.
2-0 Delaware on top of Pennsylvania in this championship game. The winner moving on to the World Series. In this elimination showdown, Reagan Bills has had to work hard, did not issue a walk in their first 3 games of this tournament. Here at the Giamatti Complex, 3 walks so far here today. 65 pitches thrown in 3 innings by Reagan Bills, who is in the circle to work the 4th against Shy Benson.
Yeah, and really to put it in perspective, the 3 walks, she had not given up a walk coming into tonight's game. And more importantly, it gave up only 2 runs the entire tournament, gave up 2 runs in that first inning.
Strike 1 to Benson, who walked in the first.
Whoa.
1-1.
That's illegal.
Fly ball to center field. Another illegal pitch was called on Reagan Bills. So Benson should still be at the plate. You can hear Shy telling her head coach, who's also her mom, Shanna Benson, he said illegal.
Trying to get some clarification. I'm actually surprised he's not going over and telling the Pennsylvania coaches what the illegal
pitches. Les Gahn is coming out right now, Michelle. Yeah. Good point. He wants an explanation here so he can tell his pitcher, because it's been called twice, and I don't recall it hearing it called in the games that we've done so far here in this regional.
No, not at all. And all I can think is that potentially she's stepping slightly to the left.
Yeah, look what she's doing right now. She's using her cleats to draw a couple lines off of the pitching rubber, just to have an idea of like staying inside of those lines. So 2-1 is the count to Shy Benson. 2-2. Benson with a ground ball. Thibodeau over to first base. Sadie with a good strong throw to retire Benson, 1 away.
Stepping to the plate, number 2, Callista McFetridge.
Here's Callista McFetridge, who had the RBI single in the first to put Delaware on top. 2-0. That's our score right now here in the 4th. Ground ball off the pitcher's glove to second to throw over to first in time. And there's 2 down.
Welcome back to the Number 11, Camille Logan.
We welcome those of you who watched the epic battle between Oregon and Washington. Go extras, end in a walk-off. It's great to have you with us. Took a while for you to get here because of that thriller. Eric Fried, Michelle Smith with you here, Bristol, Connecticut. We're already in the fourth inning here between Camden, Wyoming Little League out of Delaware and West Suburban Little League from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Delaware with 2 runs in the first inning, and they have that 2-0 lead batting now in the top of the fourth. This is the Mid-Atlantic Region Championship. The winner to go on to the World Series in North Carolina to take on the New England champion in game number 1. And that champion, Connecticut, winning earlier here today at the Giamatti Center.
This is a rematch of a game that happened earlier in the week where Pennsylvania was able to beat Delaware 6-2. Delaware fights their way back yesterday against New Jersey to punch their ticket, and of course their motto all summer long has been, why not us? And why not them? They have the lead here. It's starting to get a little late, Eric.
And their first strike, 2-2. Reagan Bills, the big story. She came in not issuing a walk in 18 innings of work. She had thrown every pitch of this regional. 3 games played by Pennsylvania, 3-0. But Delaware's been very disciplined at the plate. They've worked 3 walks. One of those batters who walked scored. That's off the plate, and it's a full count. And there have been a handful of full counts worked by these Delaware batters against Bills. This is the 7th full count of the game.
Yeah, you said it, discipline at the top of the zone. They have laid off those high pitches. Bills had 9 strikeouts in that game 2 days ago. She does have 6 here this evening, but it's really their ability to draw walks and barrel up the ball.
Logan fouls off the 3-2. We'll do it again.
Logan was 2 for 2 against Reagan Bills in that game a couple days ago.
Well, you mentioned that was a win for Pennsylvania. 6-2 was the final. 4 errors in that game for Delaware, but they have been very good in the field here today. And this is hit hard to center field. Who'll get down for a base hit. Camille Logan, who was 2 for 2 against New Jersey yesterday, is 1 for 2 today, and now 6 for 10 in the regional.
Logan is just such a good athlete. We have seen her barrel up the ball multiple times. We've also seen her make some really good catches out in right field. Just a true athlete, very focused.
Grace Lee Humes at the plate with 2 down. Fouled off for strike 1. Humes flied out to right her first time. The 0-1 from Reagan Bills. Ground ball to third. Thibodeau up with it. Good scoop at first by Worthington to get the out to retire the side. If you're watching on ESPN2, flip on over to ESPN and continue along with us as we head to the bottom of the fourth here in Bristol. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We really caught a break with the weather here today. Games at noon and 7. New England at noon, Mid-Atlantic at 7. Very hot at noon. Heat index into the hundreds. Storms move through between games. And then when this game started a little after 7, that storm known as Alyssa Powell went to work.
She did a leadoff triple. How about that in that first inning? And then McFenton is going to drop a ball in. So a couple of runs in that first inning really set the tone for this Delaware team. They've been having fun. The defense has been outstanding. And that's really been the key, is that being able to gobble up a lot of ground balls as Shai Benson's been strong in the circle.
Powell's been on base twice with a triple, a run scored, and a walk. Benson in the circle has let her defense support her. She only has 1 strikeout. That was to end the last inning after Pennsylvania picked up their first base hit of the game, which was a double by Kendall Schilling with 2 outs. Now 11-12. We'll start things out before getting back to the top of the order for Pennsylvania. Again, continuous batting order here for the Little League playoffs. So Mara Keefe, the number 11 hitter, will lead off her first plate appearance today. In on the hands, pop up in front of the plate, and it's going to be a base hit. That's got to feel great for Mara because she suffered a broken finger in the first practice before All-Stars and made her return here at the regionals, and she has her first hit of the regional.
Well, that's the key. It is her first hit of the regionals. It couldn't be at a better time late in the game here, trying to get a rally going, hitting out of that 11-hole. Opportunity to try and turn this lineup over, and they need to put some runs up on the board. They're down to their last 6 outs.
Sadie Thibodeau takes ball 1.
Don't get caught.
Check that. My math was wrong. 9 outs. It's the 4th inning.
When you start doing math, I just trust you that you're going to be right.
That was bad math.
Let's hit. We got to get this down.
Thibodeau lays off the throw back, trying to get the runner, and sliding in safely is Keith. Sadie was 1 for 2 against Delaware in that win 2 days ago. 2 for 5 with a couple of runs scored in this Mid-Atlantic region. 2-0. Dead ball is called because it's a hit by pitch. 2 on for West Suburban Little League here in the 4th.
Well, when you can get your last 2 hitters in the lineup on base to roll over that batting order, that is a huge key, and that's exactly what has happened for Pennsylvania.
Hey. Yeah, listen. I'm just trying to come out here and get my airtime, okay? I need y'all to calm down, right? We got to play a 3, 2, or 1. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my airtime. Come on, we got this. I believe in you. Let's go. Yes, let's get this. Let's get this. Who wants defense? Let's go. Defense. Defense to 3. Defense 3. Defense to 3.
Okay, accomplished a couple things there. 1, got her airtime. Check. 2, got her team to chuckle a little bit, 3, and reminded them what's got them at this point, that defense.
The defense, and where to go, because sometimes in a pressure situation, you roll a ground ball and you just automatically go to first, when really if you can get that lead runner, it makes a big difference. So that really needs to be the focus for Delaware right now. Anything hit hard to that left side, they need to try to go to third base, get the lead runner out.
Camilla Gaunt popped out to second her first time. Top of the order here for Pennsylvania. 2 on, nobody out. Their first threat of the ball game comes here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Bunted foul, and it's 1-1. They got a couple of things in play here, too. If Gaunt sacrifices, you get second and third, and then first base is open, does Delaware pitch to Reagan Bills?
Fast hitters can get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Drive it.
Swinging away, and it's 1-2.
Nothing by 2-strike game now. Okay, you got this.
Yeah, I think important right now is for Gaunt to think about right side, getting the ball on the ground, trying to advance her teammates. She's got 2 strikes, so you have to protect. And the defense for Delaware is back.
This is sent out center field and get down for a base hit. Throw to second is not in time, so the bases are loaded. Nobody out for West Suburban Little League here in the 4th. Camilla Gaunt has her 3rd hit of the regional.
Really good at bat for Gaunt. She was in a 1-2 hole, but she gets a pitch. She gets that front foot down early, and she just barrels it up. Her eyes were steady, gets that out onto the green, and a really good job to make sure she gets to second base as Sadie, and so bases are now loaded for Pennsylvania.
For Reagan Bills, who takes ball 1. This is the batter you want at the plate if you're Pennsylvania. 4 for 7 in the region. Was 2 for 3 against Delaware on Wednesday. So she's had success against Benson. Takes a strike, it's 1-1. We've also seen throughout this tournament when things get tight, that's when Shy finds another notch to dial it up a little bit.
Yeah, she has pitched very well with her back up against the wall.
Bill sends it to the left side, a base hit. Pennsylvania has their first run of the game. They've got the runner off third, sliding back safely, and the runner around second has to retreat, so everybody's safe, and Pennsylvania has a run, 2-1.
Reagan Bills was ready for that pitch on the inner half. She'd been jammed up in her first at bat and ended up grounding out, but she is ready. Look at the way she's going to get that barrel through and just mash this ball through the 5-6 hole with the middle infielders for Delaware in. That's going to plate a run, and it's also an opportunity for Pennsylvania to stay with the bases loaded.
Pitch to Addie Hines with the bases loaded and nobody out. Ball one.
Ready? Go.
That's hit hard but foul. And you saw at the tail end of that replay how close Pennsylvania was to running into an out or maybe two, and how fortunate they are to have bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a ball that was struck so hard. Sometimes as a base runner, you have to know when that ball's hit that hard to the outfield, you may not be able to get two bases. So it's important to watch for your coach, see if they're holding you up.
Hines 0 for 1 today, 4 for 8 in the region. Hot shot, foul ball. Third base umpire Jay Sullivan on the call.
We talked earlier about all of our great ESPN teammates making things happen. How about Jay Sullivan? He is the umpire at third base. He's also an ESPN employee. 37 years writing copy, Eric. This ball's just charged. He's in a perfect position. He sees that ball go foul.
That's what I was waiting for, you to analyze.
I'm analyzing Jay.
Hang on a second, though. Are we going to the monitor here? Perhaps a challenge by Pennsylvania.
I think it's worth it. It's midway point through the game. Hard hit ball with the bases loaded.
You know, we're going through our list of reviewable plays. And this is where the intersection of us, you know, calling college softball games and Little League games. Batted balls ruled fair but foul or ruled foul but fair is on the list of reviewable plays.
And so you can see it hit the chalk, but the key is the base. Does it go over the base or does it hit within the chalk after the base? And you can see it hit the chalk before the base. It's clearly to the foul side of the base, and then it hits foul of the line beyond third base. So I think this is going to stay as a foul ball. I think Jay got the call right.
Central Replay Review in Pittsburgh handling the call here, and they'll relay the call to our field crew. You are allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges during the first 6 full innings.
Hey.
Pittsburgh taking a long look right now. Headsets coming off, and we'll get the call here. Is it fair or foul? Foul is the call. Jay got it right. And a little smile from Les Gaunt. Les, you can't blame a man for trying. No, that's what Les is going for here.
Jay Sullivan, a third base umpire, I'm sure he's like, yes, I got it right. A little bit of a smile.
So 1-2 is the count. Bases loaded for Hines in a 1-run game here in the 4th.
Fast, kid, fast.
This one is gloved at third, throwing across the diamond, beating it out as Hines. A run scores, and the game is tied at 2.
That is a great effort by Hines to make sure she gets down the line, but the play is still going. The runners are going to advance.
So second and third now with 1 out. They get the force at third, but that's all on this play.
Yeah, really good job to get the force, but the throw just a little bit late because Hines gets down the line very quickly. The run scores, and I think there was a little confusion. Delaware saw the runner coming off the field and thought maybe she was trying to score. You could see the way the ball from Willie, she threw the ball to home to Lyon, and that allowed both the other runners to move up 60 feet.
Big swing by Worthington for strike one. When we talked to the Pennsylvania team earlier this week, they talked about how Nevaeh is a real leader of this team. Cleanup hitter in a big spot here. Second and third, one out in a tie game. Lays down the bunt, looking for the squeeze. The play at the plate, not in time. And Pennsylvania has their first lead.
How about the suicide squeeze to take the lead so they tie up the game on the last couple of hits, and then a perfectly placed bunt by the number 4 hitter. Worthington is going to put the bunt down perfectly. It's right in that no man's land. You could see the way the catcher, Lyon, comes out. Benson comes in. But that's your pitcher, Reagan Bills, who's going to score from third. Another first and third situation there for Pennsylvania, and they've taken the lead 3-2.
Kennedy Fees inside. There goes Worthington to second. Second and third again for West Suburban Little League with one out. 3 runs in the inning for Les Gaunt's team.
Well, this is what they did against Delaware last game. They clumped up those runs a couple days ago. They can score in bunches.
Ground ball right side. This will score another run for Pennsylvania. Hines comes in from third on the RBI ground out by Kennedy Fees. 4-2 Pennsylvania.
That's a great job by Kennedy Fees to hit the ball to the right side. When you're a batter and you're up and you've got runners at second and third, if you can hit that ball to the right side more times than not, you're going to score your teammate from third, and that's exactly what Fees does. Picks up a big RBI in the 4th run of the game for Pennsylvania.
There's Mallory Baylor, who grounded out her first time. That's a ground ball foul. Remember, just one strikeout for Benson. Pennsylvania's been putting the ball in play. Delaware, first time through the lineup, they were making plays, keeping them off the bases. You got to give a lot of credit here, I think, to the 11 and 12 hitters in this lineup who led off this inning. The single by Keith, the number 11 hitter. Divido got hit by a pitch. That set the tone for 100%. Pennsylvania in this inning.
100%. Those 2 hitters in the 11 and 12 spot just turning it over. How's that top part of the lineup, which has been so strong for Pennsylvania? 5 hitters in a row with a batting average over 400 doing damage here.
0-2 pitch hits the batter Baylor. So she's aboard with 2 down. Second hit batter of the inning.
Hey, nose to the ball. Right, we're watching those threads. I want a line drive, kid.
Mallory just getting checked on by the first base umpire. Bradley Wathen seems to be okay. And here is Aubrey Baxter, grounded to third in the third. Big cut for strike one. And the throw over to the third hits the runner in the back, Worthington, as Benson was trying to get her. Taking second on that throw is Baylor, so second to third again for Pennsylvania. Worthington took it pretty hard on the back. No, you wouldn't know it though.
Tough kid. She's like, I'm not gonna let him know it hurt.
Be faster, kid. You gotta be faster, 1-8. Let's go.
0-1 the count to Baxter. Can Pennsylvania chase home another run or two? It's 0-2.
Be quick. You know you can hit. Keep them toes in there. Be quick. Back up off the plate a little. Off the plate. Here we go. Fast now. Fast.
Whoa. Misses for a ball. It's 1-2.
Hey, nothing by you, kid.
Coach giving the adjustment signs.
Let's go. Be quick here. Pull it.
2-2.
Be fast. You know you can hit. let's go. Drive it.
Little bloop towards second, hauled in by Kane, and that will do it for Pennsylvania in the fourth. But a big inning for West Suburban Little League. They score 4 times and lead 4-2 after 4 in Bristol.
Matt Chick, Alex Powers, Northwest Region Championship. Washington scored 4 in the 6th to tie, then 4 in the 8th to win it. Lily Delgado, Alex.
Delgado, 3 RBI on the game, a couple of hits as well. That one right there was the biggest. That is clutch.
Mill Creek Little League headed to Greenville. Eric.
Well, how do you know you have a talented producer and talented director? Because in the golden hour, they can dial up cotton candy skies in New England on command. Look at this.
Wow. Beautiful.
It's always beautiful in New England in July, especially after some storms move through. Kudos to our producer, Aaron Snyder-Storr, and our director, Matt Wilson. I have a feeling Robin Segretti, who's also in the truck, had a hand in that. She's a big cotton candy person.
That's right.
Thank you for the golden hour shot here in Bristol.
We have a great ESPN team. We're all over the place.
Coast to coast. 4-2 in the 5th. Reagan Bills working with the lead now and throwing a strike. 1-1 the count to Lexi Carroll.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see how Reagan Bills responds after that 4 spot goes up on the board. See what adjustments she can make. Try to bring that pitch that's giving her some trouble in the top of the zone, get it down.
Back up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. The throw is off the mark, and holding the bag at first is Lexi Carroll. Camilla Gaunt got there right on the bag. It was a long throw. So Delaware has the lead off aboard here in the 5th.
Well, that is a great piece of hitting, driving that back up the middle, but Camilla Gaunt was started way up and positioned way up. Gets that ball in front of second base. The throw's just offline a little bit. Really good defensive play. Doesn't get the out, but that's a big leadoff for Delaware. What they needed after giving up a 4 spot.
First hit of the regional for Lexi Carroll. She's at first. Tying run at the plate here in the 5th with Kennedy Willie, who takes strike 1. We got the friends and family recording this at bat. Kennedy at the plate right now, swinging a miss, and a quick look down towards the third base coaching box because that's where Danielle Willie is. Shanna Benson, the manager, stays in the dugout. Danielle is down there in the third base box, and a swing and a miss, one away as Bills gets the strikeout.
Big strikeout for Bills, getting that first out of the inning after giving up that hit. She goes back upstairs, gets that good late sharp movement. It's her 7th strikeout of the game.
Jocelyn Wilson steps in. She walked her first time. Takes ball 1. Delaware scored 2 runs in the first inning, but in the second, it was a 1-2-3 inning for Bills. She did walk 2 in the third, but ended that inning with back-to-back strikeouts. Gave up a hit in the 4th and a hit in the 5th here to Lexi Carroll. 2-0 the count to Wilson. That's out of play. I talked about Reagan wearing that number 14 Montana Fouts cap, but she's also a big Carlin Pickens fan as well.
Jordy Ball, I mean, she named some of the best pitchers in the game. I was like, impressive, impressive, impressive.
You know why she's got that 14 on, though.
That's right.
That's fouled out of play. I love these next 2 in the lineup for Delaware, Jocelyn Wilson and Taylor Kane. When asked what their hobbies were, they both said none. Softball is life.
Softball is life.
Kane is on deck, the 2-2. Bills gets the strikeout, back-to-back Ks. That's now 8 in the game, 2 down.
Time is out.
Time called. I have a chance to tell you that professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2025 AUSL Pro Games presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Set to take place Wednesday, August 6th. Learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. Reagan Bills and West Suburban Little League out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, trying to get down to North Carolina. They lead 4-2 with 1 out here in the 5th, 4 outs away from a regional championship and a trip to the World Series. Taylor Kane steps in with 2 down and fouls it off. It's 1-1. Still a warm night, so Bills grabbing that rosin bag, trying to get a good grip on the softball. The 1-1. Tried to check her swing, could not. It's 1-2.
Nice pitch in the upper half, and that's the difference when you have the lead and your opponent has to be aggressive, right? They've got to score runs, so they start to chase pitches out of the zone, and Bills is starting to capitalize.
Kane lays off, 2-2. Delaware started this region with a 10-0 win over Washington, D.C. Had a thrilling win against New Jersey, down 4-1 in the 6th. Came back to win at 6-5 before losing to Pennsylvania. Bounced back yesterday with a win over New Jersey. Little squibber, and everybody's going to be safe.
That's a big hit for Taylor Kane coming out of that last hole in the lineup, that 11 spot. She's just going to drive it right back up the middle. It's going to go off of Bills, and no opportunity for Kane to pick it up and try to, for Gaunt to pick it up and try to make the throw over to first. So opportunity here rolling over with none other than...
Who else do you want if you're Delaware at the plate right now than Alyssa Powell? Tripled and scored in the first, walked in the third.
Absolutely.
Lays off for ball 1. If you're Reagan Bills, do you give Alyssa Powell anything near the plate right now?
I would not. Fent has struck out a couple of times. The batter behind her, I would not give her anything.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1, 1-1. Bills gave her something to hit.
Yes.
The 1-1. 2-1.
That's a good location, trying to throw it up in the zone and see if she can get Powell to chase out of the zone, but I would not throw her anything too close because we've seen what she can do.
That's well out of the zone. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and if she doesn't chase at that.
And normally you wouldn't want to load the bases in a 2-run game, but when you're facing a player of Powell's ability. Ooh, works the strike. Powell thought maybe it was ball 4, but instead Bills finds the inside corner, and it's now a full count.
But now it gets tricky because she can, if I'm Bills, when I say she can, if I'm Bills, I'm going to put this ball in the upper part of the zone and see if I can't get Powell to chase it out.
Powell wants time. Line shot, foul.
You could see she was getting in that rhythm. She got serious. She's like, okay, you threw me a strike to go to full count. You're coming at me?
Reagan Bills has to feel like she dodged one there.
Uh-huh.
Another 3-2 pitch.
Ball 4.
There's ball 4, so the bases are loaded for Delaware here in the 5th with 2 outs.
I don't think that completely hurts you. Kennedy Fent coming up now has struck out a couple times. Still looking for her first hit in this regional.
Les Gaunt coming out to talk.
Hey. Listen, that's what we wanted. That's what we wanted. No, listen to me. Shh. Hey, everybody be quiet. That's what we wanted. We were not going to let her hit. Okay? We were staying off the plate intentionally. Bases loaded. This girl hasn't done much, okay? But we're going to still, we're going to go at her. All right? We got an out at any base. Okay? We got 2 down. All we do is make this out. Okay? We weren't going to give her a shot. You know what I mean? So that was intentional.
I like it. A little bit of strategy there.
On the bunt, go right to home with it.
It's a different story if there's maybe less than 2 outs, but I think in that situation absolutely does not hurt you.
So here is Kennedy Fent with the bases loaded and 2 down. Ball 1. Well, now the pressure gets turned on Bills a little bit. Yes, Fent has struggled against her tonight, but with the bases loaded, nowhere to put Kennedy. So things get a little hotter in the circle right now, needing to throw strikes. And it's certainly hot up in the stands as well. There's a strike, and it's 1-1. One thing we have seen with Reagan Bills throughout the course of this tournament, and maybe we haven't seen it as much here tonight, she can pound the strike zone. Yes. When she needs a strike, she can throw it. She did not issue a walk in her first 3 games of this regional.
She has been stellar. But now it's all about executing, hitting that zone.
Fly ball to shallow center. It's going to drop in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes a second run, and Kennedy Fent comes through in the clutch. Going to be a rundown here as 2 runners were at second. Powell kind of like her chances to be safe. Great grab at third to tag her out. I think that's Haley Shepard who came in from left field to make the tag. Certainly there's going to be a challenge here, you would think, from Delaware. Call on the field is out. First things first, Kennedy Fent, who had struggled, comes through in the clutch and delivers the 2-run single.
First hit of this regional pressure situation, not wanting to pitch to Powell, and she comes up big. Look at that smile, well deserved. And I still think Pennsylvania played this well. You never want the opponent's best hitter to beat you, so they go to Fent, and Fent, what does she do? She drops this ball out onto the green, the base hit, because there's 2 outs, everybody running on contact. So runners from second and third score. Powell gets in a rundown between second and third, and then the throw comes in, the tag is made. Potentially third out of the inning over at third, but this is going to be replayed. A little bit of traffic over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic, and did Powell have access to third base? You saw the catcher on the play, and number 10 is Holly Shepard, the left fielder who came in to cover third base.
So she gets the ball. Let's see if she makes a tag. It's hard to see if she tagged the hand because the ball's in the hand.
Yeah, that's a great point. Where is the ball when the tag's made? It's grabbed.
Powell's so athletic. Look at the way she reaches around with her foot. I think she could be safe. It's hard to see if that ball hit the hand from that angle.
So it is in the hands of video review in Pittsburgh. You can see as Shepard's trying to secure the ball.
The question is, does the hand hit the ball before the foot hits the bag? It's hard to tell from this angle. We need that center.
Does she ever put the ball into her glove? She's trying to secure it, doesn't have it. It's never...
Right here, right there. Does she hit her hand? Yeah, does the hand hit the ball? It's hard to tell. I will have to
But
say.
also, what about the piece, too, of completely blocking access to the base, too, for Powell to get in there?
Well, the fact that Powell was on the ground and reached around with her foot to touch the bag was beyond athletic.
I think she's going back through it with their coaches. Yeah, so I was a few feet away from the bag, and I had to reach all the way over, and I'm standing at third and praying that Pittsburgh sees it my way.
Well, I'll tell you, the star of that play is Kennedy Fent picking up her first hit of the tournament.
I think they said, come on over and get some of your flowers, Kennedy. Fent is going back to second. Her headsets are off. So what's the call here? Safe is the call. Good challenge by Delaware. I understand, like, the ball was in her hand the whole time, and to your point, like, the ball touched the hand, but it was never in her glove.
Never in the glove, yeah. So it was never about the tag from the glove. It was, did the hand inadvertently come up and hit the ball, which it did not, and then somehow Powell, she must do a good job of stretching, but she reached that leg around and was able to touch the bag. That was an outstanding effort to get to that bag to be called safe.
I don't think you could say enough, though, about what Kennedy Fent just did after struggling at the plate in her first two at-bats against Bills. Came through with a clutch hit to tie the game at 4. That is crushed but foul by Adeline Lyon.
Game knotted up at 4 apiece. Now, I still like the strategy by Pennsylvania, making somebody else beat you other than Powell. But now a situation where Pennsylvania's got to get this last out of the inning.
Lyon fouled it off, and it's 0-2.
And the flip side of this is a Delaware team that believes they have rallied back from deficits to be able to win games.
We talked about that 4-1 deficit in the 6th inning against New Jersey. They came back to win game 2 of the region. 0-2 now to Lyon. 1-2. Lexi Carroll started it with a single, her first hit of the regional. Kennedy Fent came through after going 0 for 12 so far in the regional with her first hit to bring in 2 runs. Good job by Lyon to lay off. 2-2. Popped up, might be playable. Great job by the catcher, Addie Hines, to get over there for the final out. But Delaware has come back to tie the game in the 5th.
How about Kennedy Fent? A couple of strikeouts earlier in the game, but what does she do? Bases loaded, gets a pitch she can handle, puts it out on the green to knot up this game at 4.
A lot happening in Bristol. It was 2-0 Delaware in the bottom of the 4th. When Pennsylvania went to work, they sent 9 to the plate. They scored 4 runs to take a 4-2 lead over Delaware. But Delaware answered back after Pennsylvania tacked on that extra run. It was 4-2.
How about Bees driving that ball? And then Delaware is able to get back in this, so they're down 4-2, and then a couple of runs scored by none other than Kennedy Fent dropping a ball out of them to the green with the bases loaded after walking leadoff hitter Powell, who has been powing the ball in this tournament. I still think that was something you had to do, but the smile on Fent's face, well deserved, knotting up this game at 4 apiece.
So does West Suburban Little League of Johnstown have an answer here in the bottom of the 5th inning? We're about to find out. Haley Shepard will start things off, flight out to right her first time.
Hey! Here we go, Tank. Here we go, Tank. Quick, kid, rip it. You're late.
Strike
You're late.
one to Shepard.
Swing faster. Choke up. Choke up. Come on, 10. Got to be quick. Fast. Good. Hold. Got to be fast. Here we go, 10. Ripping, kid, ripping. Nice.
1-2.
2 strikes now. All right? 2 strike game. Nothing by you can't hit. 2 strikes.
Just 1 strikeout tonight for Shy Benson, giving her 25 for the regional.
Here we go, 10. Rip this one. Hit.
Called strike 3. Strikeout number 2. 1 down here in the 5th.
Benson working that pitch in the upper part of the zone and gets Shepard to expand the zone, and then comes back, gets that high strike called. First out of the inning. That's a big one.
Brings up Kendall Schilling, who picked up her first hit of the regional. It was a double in the 3rd with 2 down. The first hit for Pennsylvania in this game.
Gotta be fast, one. Gotta be faster. Let's go. Fast hands.
0-2.
Come on, kid. Gotta hit. Need you on. Nothing by you can't hit here. Let's go. Drive this one. Drive it. Good.
Checked her swing. It's 1-2.
It's tough to check sometimes, that pitch up in the zone.
One. Put in play, kid. You got to be quick. Fast.
Can't catch up to it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Benson. Let's check in with Matt in the studio.
Yeah, Eric, want to let you know that over on ESPN2, regional championship between Southern Cal and Arizona, the West Region Championship, that's on ESPN2 right now. They're in the first inning. Back to you.
Thank you, Matt. Schilling Mansour steps in, struck out her first time. 4-4 here in this Mid-Atlantic Championship game between West Suburban Little League of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and Camden, Wyoming Little League out of Delaware. Popped up out of play, 1-1. Shy Benson has thrown every pitch for Delaware in this regional. This is game number 5 for Camden, Wyoming.
Come on, kid.
And she did a really good job earlier in this game, rolling a lot of ground balls. Struggled a little bit last inning when Pennsylvania got that 4 spot up on the board, but coming in this inning now, she only had 1 strikeout, but she struck out the last 2 batters.
She is turning up the heat a little bit here in the 5th inning.
Absolutely.
And she strikes out the side for Delaware.
How about Shy Benson getting it done? Strikes out the side, 4th strikeout of the game.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. You know, a lot of the kids say softball is life. They don't have any other hobbies. But if there's an amusement park nearby, you can make an adjustment. Lake Compounce right here in the Bristol area. Everybody having a lot of fun. Beautiful summer weather here in Connecticut. And a great game here to decide the Mid-Atlantic champion. 4-4 between Delaware and Pennsylvania.
Boy, look at those pitches. Benson with just 70 pitches. And Reagan Bills up to 111 pitches. entering the 6th inning.
Benson steps in, swing and a miss for strike one against Bills.
Both of them have been challenged. Obviously, I think it's advantage hitters at this point. They've faced each other earlier in this tournament, so no surprises. Each team knows what each other's pitchers throw.
Shies 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. 0-2. Foul back. Last inning for Delaware. Carroll had the leadoff single, then back-to-back strikeouts by Bills. Not much was happening for Delaware, but then Taylor Kane, the number 11 hitter, base hit. Powell walked, and with 2 outs, Kennedy Fent got the 2-run single to tie it up at 4. 1-2. Pitch to Benson. It's in there for strike 3. 1 away.
Good job by Hines. That pitch is supposed to be on the outer half. It leaks back into the zone, so you can see set up on the outer half. It comes back over the plate. I think Benson thought maybe it was a little bit low, but with 2 strikes, so important to try to take that bat off your shoulder, foul it off, get rid of it.
Here's McFetridge. One thing with Reagan Bills, she doesn't show a ton of emotion.
No.
You know, we've seen a handful of pitchers here in this regional. Strikeouts, sided stomping. Reagan Bills has been kind of keeping it even keel throughout.
She just is very steady in the circle, has that great mindset.
Hit softly to second, gone over to first. McFetridge has retired. 2 down here in the 6th inning. Sunday night baseball this week. It's the Mets and the Giants in San Francisco, 7 Eastern on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, ESPN Radio, with StatCast on ESPN2. Our coverage will begin at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight, Sunday night countdown. Mets winners of 4 straight, heading out to the Bay to take on the Giants. Two down. And strike 1 to Camille Logan. Camille 1 for 2 today, 6 for 10 in the regional. She's been one of the outstanding performers here in Bristol. Misses for a ball. It's 1-1. The 1-1 to Logan here in the 6th. Ground ball, base hit. Camille Logan stays hot here in Bristol. She's aboard with 2 down.
Yeah, Camille Logan has just been a superstar defensively. 2nd hit of the night. She's been a really good hitter in that 6 hole for this Delaware team. Takes a pitch that she just knocks right back up the middle with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th.
I'll bring up Grace Lee Humes with a runner on and 2 down here in the 6th. Ground ball to third on the short hop. The play made by Divino over to first to retire the side. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Can Pennsylvania walk it off? We're tied at 4.
Shai Benson has been so strong in the circle for Delaware, really leading the way. Not a lot of emotion in the circle, just that great leadership. 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. How about 3 in the last inning alone? Shai Benson just very stoic in the circle, using that defense behind her tonight. She has been so strong, not just tonight, but this entire tournament. Look at her split, 70 pitches, 45 strikes. Trying to get a couple more outs here to try to get her team to pick up the bat again in the top of the 7th.
Pennsylvania scored in just 1 inning. They scored 4 times in the 4th. Benson struck out the side in the 5th. She'll start with Mara Keefe here in the 6th. Remember, it was Keefe and Thibodeau who got things going from that 11 and 12 spot in the lineup. Keefe with the base hit. Thibodeau was hit by a pitch. And then Gaunt kept it going with a single at the top of the order in that big 4th inning when 9 came to the plate for Les Gaunt.
Here we go, Mar. Here we go, kid.
0-1 to count to Keefe. Tried to check her swing.
Get ready to swing.
It's 1-1.
Here we go, 1-1. Drive this one. Rip it. Fast.
1-2. The winner goes on to the World Series in North Carolina.
Swinging. Let's go.
Strike 3. 1 down. 4 straight strikeouts now for Shai Benson.
Benson again just continuing to get stronger as this game goes on. A pitch on the outer half. Really good job of Freeman back behind the plate. Love the way that Lyon was really supporting her pitcher, framing those pitches for her.
Ball 1 to Sadie Thibodeau.
Go hold. One you like here.
Hit by a pitch and scored back in the 4th.
Oh.
2-0.
Gotta love it.
Thibodeau strong in this last spot in the lineup, hitting in that 12-hole, 400 coming into tonight's game.
Here we go. We're hitting hard, kid. We're hitting hard.
Swinging at the 2-0. Big cut. It's 2-1.
You're jumping. All right. Come on. Let's go. Don't jump at it. It's coming to you, kid. Be quick.
3-1.
Gotta be good. 3-1. Gotta be good, kid. Gotta be good.
It's a good eye. Thibodeau making sure she picks up that walk. That's a hitter's count at 3-1. Sometimes you want to be aggressive, but you got to swing at strikes. That pitch out of the zone. Thibodeau picks up the big walk here.
Did her job twice.
Absolutely.
She was hit by a pitch in the 4th. Works the walk here. And who comes up? Leadoff hitter, Camilla Gaunt. Singled her last time. 4-4 here in the 6th. Pennsylvania scores. It's over.
Here we go, hey. Gotta be quick. Get in front of it.
Slow roller to 3rd. They try to get the force at 2nd, and it's in time. Another good play by Kennedy Fent and the infield for Delaware to get the lead runner 2 down.
Kennedy Fent has been so strong at 3rd base. A little bit of a jam job, and she realizes how important it is late in this game to get that lead runner.
Come on, 1-4. Put it in play. You like it, you snap it here.
Here is Reagan Bills with 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th in the tie game.
Drive one. You got this, kid. Rip it.
Chop to 3rd. It's a fair ball to throw across. Is in time. Extra innings here in Bristol.
How about Kennedy Fent? She has just been a vacuum over there. She picks up the hit earlier in the inning to tie up the game, and the defense has been stellar at 3rd. Fent getting it done.
All right, as we were going to break, Pennsylvania decided they wanted to challenge the call at first base. Reagan Bills called out So Pittsburgh reviewing it. Really nothing to lose here for Pennsylvania to have this challenge. It looks like the call on the field very close, but got her just before she touched that orange safety bag. But we'll wait for the confirmation from Pittsburgh. But I think we're going to the 7th inning, Michelle.
Yeah, I agree. Nice stretch by Kennedy Willie over at first base.
Got to give Delaware a ton of credit. They have made the plays in the field. The decision made in Pittsburgh. And the call is out. Extra innings here in the Mid-Atlantic Championship game.
What number is going to be the...
So we go to the 7th inning with a spot in the World Series on the line. Pennsylvania used that challenge. In extra innings, you were allowed one unsuccessful challenge during extra innings. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. You just got one to use there, so you got to be pretty sure of it if you need to get to that. And we're going to step aside just for a minute, be back with the top half of the 7th inning. Delaware to the plate when we come back. On to extra innings here between Delaware and Pennsylvania. We talked about the replay part of the rules. One unsuccessful challenge is allowed. You do begin with the runner at second base in the 7th inning. So the last player was Grace Lee Hume. She takes her spot at second base to get things started here in the 7th inning for Delaware. Lexi Carroll leading off with the runner at second, tied at 4. Right away, Delaware trying to play small ball, get that runner over to third base.
Yeah, this is where the strategy comes in a lot of times. As the visiting team hitting in the top of the inning, you want to try to bunt your teammate over, move him over, punch him across.
Foul tip held on to by the catcher, Hines. Strike 2, 0-2.
0-2.
Now if you're Lexi Carroll, you're just trying to roll something over on the right side.
100%. You're just trying to get the ball down on the dirt somewhere. Get it to the right side. There's really, really good chance that your teammate is going to move up 60 feet, get to third base.
So critical for the visiting team to get that run across here in the top. With that runner placed at second. Carroll swing and a miss, one away. 10 strikeouts now for Reagan Bills, Michelle.
And that is a huge strikeout because it doesn't allow the runner to advance. It's the 10th of the game.
Here's Kennedy Willie. Ball 1 to Willie. "50 strikeouts in Bristol for Reagan Bills, 10 tonight." Bills working against the bottom part of the lineup for Delaware. Willie, the number 9 hitter. Jocelyn Wilson, the number 10 hitter on deck. 3-0, however, to the number 9 hitter, Willie.
Yeah, this is big here. This is where, for Pennsylvania, you're just trying to get your 3 outs at the lower half of the lineup here. You do not want the top of this Delaware lineup coming up.
There's a strike. It's 3-1.
And on the flip side, if you're Delaware, you're doing everything you can here at the lower half of the lineup to turn it over. Lisa Powell's just been in that leadoff spot, a juggernaut for this team.
Foul ball out of play, and it's 3-2.
Wait about it, okay? Wait about it.
One down in the top of the 7th, and the 3-2 pitch to Kennedy Willie. Fouled off again. Called strike 3. Some emotion there from Reagan Bills as she gets the call for the second out of the inning.
That's a huge get to work back from a 3-0 count. Pitch on the outside corner, a little elevated. She gets the call. Good job of framing that by Hines to bring it back down.
Jocelyn Wilson steps up with 2 down. Wilson 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Strike 1. 2 runs in the first for Delaware, 2 in the 5th to tie it at 4. Slaps, just foul.
That is a nice barrel up job, just shooting that to the foul side. Ball just tailing from that left-handed batter's box down that left field line. So close.
0-2 the count to Wilson. Bills brings it and gets the strikeout. A little more emotion from Reagan Bills and a little hug from her battery mate, Addie Hines.
And Bills money in this extra inning game strikes out the side. The emotion, now the opportunity for Pennsylvania to try to walk it off.
Continue to punch tickets to the World Series. We had a memorable performance here today. Guilford, Connecticut, behind a no-hitter from Maeve Eagleson, punching their ticket to North Carolina.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun World Series. Tulsa, Oklahoma, a really good team. The great pitching duel, you could say, this morning. How about Iwate, Japan? First opportunity for them to make the World Series, as well as Brazil. Who's going to punch it out of this game?
Pennsylvania has the opportunity here. Bottom of the 7th, and the first pitch thrown to Addie Hines is fouled off for strike 1.
Every time it's the same.
So the runner placed at second here in extra innings. The batter who made the last out, Reagan Bills, is at second, a chance to score the winning run here for Pennsylvania.
Rip it, kid, rip it.
Addie Hines down the count 0-2 against Shy Benson.
Pennsylvania choosing to hit away here in this situation instead of bunting the runner. Bills over to third. A lot of different strategy that you can use in this international tiebreaker type of situation.
Fly ball to left, caught by the left fielder, and retreating back to second is Bills. That's Grace Lee Humes out in left field now for Delaware, making the catch, 1 down. Well, you have Hines, your number 3 hitter, one of your very best hitters, 4 for 7 entering play here today, and that's Les Gaunt's idea. We've got one of our best hitters. Let's end it here instead of the sacrifice. Now you have your number 4 hitter, the cleanup hitter, Nevaeh Worthington.
Worthington laid down that squeeze bunt earlier in the game.
Fast hands, fast. Hey, back up.
Shy Benson loves a challenge. We have seen that throughout this tournament. This is a big challenge right now.
Absolutely. She is locked in, and the greater the situation, the greater the pressure, the more she tends to really step up.
0-2 to Worthington.
Nothing by you now. We're swinging, kid. Let's go. Here we go. Fast, kid. Drive it. Right here. Fast.
Soft liner off the glove of the shortstop, Powell. Will they send the runner? They do, and then she slams on the brakes as the throw came into the plate. Bills came around third, and she was charging and then slammed on the brakes, and it was probably the right decision.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Bills would have been thrown out at home on that play. Powell's a long and strong arm, and a little bit of a jam job. It looks like Powell might get to it. It goes off of her glove, but she rebounds quickly. The nice throw home to keep Bills at third, but a big situation here now for Pennsylvania.
Here's Kennedy Fees with the winning run at third. First pitch to Fees. Right side, slow roller, and Pennsylvania wins the Mid-Atlantic Championship in extra innings. They're going to the World Series.
How about Kennedy Fees coming up with the big hit to walk it off for Pennsylvania, punching their ticket to the World Series.
What an effort by Camden, Wyoming Little League, with Alyssa Powell, Shy Benson, and the rest now lining up to shake hands. Great run to the championship comes to a close. It's Reagan Bills and West Suburban Little League from Johnstown that will play on. Kennedy Fees put it in play and brought in Reagan Bills to end the game to give Pennsylvania the Mid-Atlantic Championship.
What a great regional weekend tournament. I mean, this has just been some outstanding play. This Pennsylvania team, well-deserved. And kudos to Delaware for an amazing summer and amazing season.
Congratulations to West Suburban Little League, the Mid-Atlantic Region champions. Time to head out to the West Region Championship. Westchester Del Rey of Southern California. Thornydale Little League in Arizona. For Michelle Smith and our entire crew, I'm Eric Freed. Thank you for being with us, and so long from Bristol.